Hey everybody, welcome to the next installment of the Pantheon of Apollo. I am your host, as always, the lovely and voluptuous Apollo. We've had quite a few weeks worth of setbacks. We've had some technical difficulties, some pretty discouraging stuff going on, but we are not going to let that stop us. And I feel like we've regrouped this week. Feeling pretty good, and I'm feeling pretty good about the direction I think we need to go. Um, so I think what we're going to end up doing is taking a step back. I think what's happening is I get a little bit of a taste for something, and I'm kind of trying to go from crawling to running the Boston Marathon rather than crawl, walk, run. So we're going to just take a step back. I'm going to have some more realistic expectations of myself and my ability and what we can do with this. But that being said, that doesn't mean that we're not going to make progress. It doesn't mean we're not going to have some fun. And it definitely does not mean we're not going to experiment and try new things. It just means that we're going to remember to, above all, stay positive. And we're not going to let the negativity stop us, slow us down. We're just not going to let that happen. What we're going to do is we're going to put what we've been doing sort of on the back burner. Now, what I want to do is talk to you guys real quick. We're gonna kind of like a game plan. So I mentioned last week that I was gonna sort of talk to some people, experiment maybe, and kind of get a better game plan. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some kind of compartmentalize. Um, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up each camera shot individually. So that means what I'm going to attempt to make happen is I'm going to make our scenes as simple as possible for this project. And then what I'll do is we will film those scenes individually and then composite and put them together in our video editing software, which, if everything goes right, this should give us a nice finished product. So now I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Now, in the past, I'm going to load recent here. I don't like this system. I wish it would just do it. So in the past, what I was going to try to do is make scenes too large. So this mountain that we were making, this mountain right here, was going to be a scene. Like I can, oops. It was gonna be like this was gonna have multiple scenes attached to it. So this pathway was gonna come all the way down, come all the way down. There was gonna be a temple inside of it, and then you have your outer temple with all the details that we were making and all the fun stuff. Now we're still gonna have all of that, but I'm going to put each one in a different project. So you have this project. I'm going to compartmentalize it. Put that back up. I'm going to take some of these assets that we've already used or already created and use them to the best of our ability. But what that means is I'm going to, like, for example, when we film the sword in the stone, or the sword being pulled from the stone or attempting to be pulled from the stone, I mean, I don't need all of the non-stuff you can't see. So I can potentially delete that. If I tab into edit mode, I can go here. Here. I can delete all this stuff I don't need because I just don't need it. And then film what I need. So that's the idea. That's going to be the idea. I don't know if it's going to work now, but it's my stroke of genius to keep this project going now. So specifically for today, what I want to do is kind of step back a little bit. Just kind of rewind and slow down. I'm going to scale this up just a little. I'm going to slow down just a tiny bit and get some more control over our ambition. So what we're going to do today is in the spirit of staying positive and taking a step back, but still forward. I know that sounds really stupid, but that's what I'm going to do is take a step back while still moving forward. Like the moonwalk. I guess that's kind of taking a step forward while you're moving back. Unless your destination is behind you. Then anyway, so what we're going to try to do is we are going to be following a tutorial-ish, a tutorial from CG Geek. How to create a low poly character. That's so go check him out. I'm gonna link his video in the description, and you can find his video in the helpful tutorials playlist that I've made, where I've been putting all the lovely tutorials that have been guiding me along the way in this endeavor. But so, without further ado, we're going to try to start seeing if we can make this tutorial happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to edit mode. We're going to do Control R, right? Let's make sure. All right, so yep. So we're going to do select this, right? Is that, yep, it's working. All right. So Control R right here. No, right there. And then what we're going to do is click here and go to face select. Oh no, vertices. I think vertices select. And then we are going to delete those vertices. So now we have half of what we have left. And then I'm gonna just real quick, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go save as, and let's call this first, I don't know. I'm horrible at trying to come up with this. Let's call it person. Okay, so person. All right, now so that I just wanted to establish a save file because I've been working on making saving a habitual thing. So now we're going to go into our good old modifier tab, and we are going to activate the mirror modifier. Now what this handy little tool does, I think that's all we need. So apply. Or wait, maybe I wasn't supposed to apply it yet. It's okay. There we go. Let's just leave it like that because I don't think he applied it. So let's grab this. Whoops. Let's grab this. G. Yep. Okay. So we're in the where we need to be. I think I'm not going to apply it yet because let's try. Let's experiment. Let's apply it. Let's see what happens. Let's go back to edit mode. All right. Yep. So we definitely don't apply it yet. Whoops. All right. So. Yep. All right. We're good. So we're gonna stay right here. And if I remember right, let's go ahead and go to segment select. Let's select this segment right here. Let's do Control R. Right here. And then we're going to go to Wait, what? I can't remember which view we're supposed to go to. I think it's this one. So Control R. See, it's always hard for me to follow. All right, so that, okay, yeah, we did it right. Let's see, yep, all right, we are good. So now what we need to do is just start hashing out a basic shape. So I think what I want to do first is grab here and grab here. Yeah. Whoops. And then we're going to grab, well, you know what, let's scale the whole thing like this just a little bit. Scale along the X just a little bit. No, that doesn't work. It separates it. All right, that's fine. That's okay. All right, so let's grab this. And I think what we got to do is just sort of make a head shape-ish. Now, we're not going to go for perfection. So this is the top. Okay, yeah, so this is the top. So let's do these. We're going to grab along the Y. Yep. So that's the face. I think we need to scale the whole thing along the Y. I feel like it's too fat. Fat-headed. All right, so let's go back up here. Let's grab Y. No, wait, control. Whoops, what's happening here? All right, there we go. You know what? I understand why people delete stuff now. I totally get it now. All right, so we're gonna grab here, and we're gonna grab here, like so, and let's just keep hashing this shape out. Now let's just grab this along here, and then along here for some cheeks. This come down. This can definitely come down. And I'm just gonna now what you want to do is you just want to kind of keep working on getting that round head shape. Just keep moving your vertices. Just keep grabbing along your axes and keep working on it. I'm going to move this And like I said, just remember, it does not have to be perfect. When you're doing artwork, you might fall into the same trap that I fell into, where you want it to look perfect. You want it to be amazing. And that is acceptable. That's nothing wrong with that. Come in here. But when you're just starting out, you can't be hard on yourself. I want to turn this off, I think, so I can see. But you just can't be too hard on yourself about it. You just have to remember where your skill level is and give yourself all the credit you know you're due. I mean, look at this. This is a head shape. This is what that is. It's coming together. It's coming together. I'm not gonna be hard on myself. I'm not gonna um, over overthink it, overdo it. All right, so low poly is just it's what that means. Hold on, how do you explain it? Low poly. This is a poly, I think. To my understanding, I could be wrong. Okay, guys, don't take my word for gospel. But if I understand correctly, what I've been looking into is that low poly is the face, or I mean, poly is a polygon. That's these faces here. So low poly means as few faces as possible, because the more faces you have, the more detail you have. Now, less face means less detail. So low poly means low detail. But low detail does not necessarily mean bad. I mean, there's lots of successful animations, video games, all kinds of stuff based in low poly with low poly work, you know? So, for my purposes, for learning this, I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, I would be better off sticking with low poly. Grab Z0, scale Z0. There we go. Um, scale Z. That's cool. All right, so I learned a trick from Mr. CG Geek. CG Geek. Okay, I gotta remember that. This name of this tutorial is Low Poly Character from CG Geek, guys. It's gonna be in the description below, but I'm probably gonna forget it a lot. But if you, hold on, let's go Control Z. So this is our neck. So here, and we're gonna extrude. Let's wait. Yeah, extrude along the Z axis. And then go down to here. So now, if you hit scale Z0, it flattens it out. Look at that. That's a cool trick. I didn't know about that before until I watched his tutorial. Always be on the lookout for educational opportunities such as that. That was pretty awesome. So let's scale? No. Scale Y. No. Extrude Y. Extrude Y. No, that's not right. Let's see if we can't. All right, so grab Y. Here, grab Y. Where are these extra faces coming from? This is no bueno. Alright, so I guess we fixed it somehow. I'm not exactly sure what I did there. I was double checking the tutorial for a second. And the situation resolved itself. So, I need edge select, right? Yeah. So, next I'm just trying to fix some stuff here, make it look a little bit better. Vertice select. Just kind of a little bit more of a head shape going on. Alright, so now next, we want to go face select. We want this face, number 1. We want to extrude it along x-axis to kind of make our arms, shoulders. Now, scale x0. There we go, we did a new thing! I'm so happy. I think this scales E0 and just flattens it out a little bit. So now this is control save. By the way, control save. Always save your work. Oh, so this is what we're gonna sort of end the day with, I think. I don't want this video to be super long. This is supposed to be a shorter video, so we're gonna leave it here for now. And I'm gonna maybe try to do another video continuing this later. And I think we've made some good progress on our first character, guys. I think this is gonna be pretty cool. So I know nothing super interesting or exciting, but you guys can see how this process works from a newbie's perspective. Always, the thing about the Pantheon is this is supposed to be teaching and showing you guys the path that I've taken from nothing to where I'm at. A lot of these guys and these gals out here, these males and females, or however you choose to identify, I don't judge, they are masters of their craft. They have dedicated years in some cases to becoming a 3D artist. And they can whip through this tutorial and never explain to you guys exactly what's happening or what you might encounter. Let's make the chest a little bit more buff. I need this tool. And the perks of watching me is that you're gonna see, oh, I like that. That's really buff. You're gonna see where I mess up and how I fixed it. Like that screw up you just saw, I don't know if I'm gonna edit that part out or not. It depends on how long, but what was happening was apparently I extruded wrong. So I think what was happening is when I extruded down, I had spare geometry going on. So I think when I deleted it all and came back, thinking that maybe this needs to come down a little, or maybe what do I want to do with this? That might work. But I'm just kind of tweaking it as I go for this so I can keep talking to you guys for a second. But you can see the process I'm doing. But so I think that's what I had to happen there. And if I had not ran into that problem just now, I wouldn't be able to tell you guys what I did to fix it. And you guys may have ran into that same problem. And how would you have gone about fixing it? You would have had to have gone and asked questions and hope like heck you find someone that would be willing to answer and try to apply that answer to your work and just a whole bunch of extra steps. So now by watching my work, you guys can see what I did to fix it. I simply reloaded to my last stable save and had to go back through, by the way, control save, and that's just how it has to go sometimes, because I mean, heck, sometimes extrude X, and sometimes that's just a necessity. There's nothing wrong with it, but just don't be afraid to stop, think about what you're doing. Scale down a little so we get the shape of a arm. And then but yeah, just don't be afraid to take a step back and try to take a breath, reevaluate what you're doing and how you got there. Because sometimes it'll help you learn where you need to go a lot more efficiently. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for helping. Remember to thank a veteran. If you guys have the extra time, if you can make the extra time, just take a second and pay some respects this Memorial Day. I really would appreciate it. I know a lot of veterans out there. It gets weird. I mean, not weird. It's different when people come up and they want to buy you something or shake your hand. It's I don't know how I don't feel comfortable with it. It's kind of one of those oh you're welcome things. But if you really want to show some respect, go volunteer at your local burial ground. Go to Arlington, wherever your local war memorials are. Go clean up. Go do something useful. Go do something helpful. That's the best way to thank someone. So, happy holiday weekend, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. Next week, we're going to go ahead and do some arms. I know a great tutorial for hands that I'm going to show you guys. And then we're going to apply some torso, some waist, some legs. And here soon, we're going to have a good functioning character. And then I'm going to teach you guys how to rig and weight the character, because I do know how to do that. So thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the support. Remember to hit that like button. It really does help. Share this with your friends. If you have friends that are gamers or writers or anyone who wants to learn how to create these things, just hit that share button. Get the word out for me. And as always, I really would love some comments and some pointers from anyone out there that might know better than me. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope I see you again. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time.